Welcome to the Sportiest stream and to a fun tournament that we have prepared for all of you. RLSS ATS Champions Cup tournament coming to you guys here. What a big event this is. There's so many of the players. And as for a tournament, I don't think much more exciting than this. We've done it once before. We are ready for Champions Cup number 2. But before we get there, that Champions Cup is scheduled for it to be a couple weeks from now, after the RLSS season ends. For us, though, in ATS, for all of you ATS fans, the search for the Champions Cup teams not over yet. There are 3 weeks left in that search. There are 2 spots still open. For getting teams, the process itself has not been too difficult in getting 6 teams already. Top 4 teams in our Apex Cup, the teams that made it to the semifinals, are all guaranteed a spot. Those being Wiffer Wetjets, Team Evil Velocity, Slitherwest V2, and Lotus 8 Nirvana. Ascension Cup teams, only our finalists will ever be added, which is our next Team Koki and Not Sweaty Gang. But for our final 2 spots from the Apex Cup, well, all of our quarterfinalists that could not get past the quarterfinals have been added in. Their spot is now based on how they play in the ATS play-ins here. It's the Apex Cup play-ins. It's a decently long and tough battle. There are 4 teams, all of which again who lost in the quarterfinals. Midwest Mafia, Team Evil Money Clan, Hunter X Dawn, Team Evil Velocity, and Incorrect White. They've been reseeded based on their regular season performance. And now they got to play here in a double elimination bracket to determine who deserves their spot in the top 16 in the Champions Cup. Reminder: 8 teams come from the from ATS, 8 come from RLSS. It's a pretty big bracket. Gotta do pretty well to get there. And for us, with what we've seen, it's all best of 7 to get into it. And well, it's a little weird to have best of 7s to play into best of 5s. We talk about just what's on the line here, you know, how easy it is to get eliminated. It shouldn't come as too much, let's say, as a surprise. It would be done this way. Very simple format. It's double elimination. Obviously, though, elimination is not an easy thing to do. Easy format by any means. We'll again get into the action very soon. For us, though, in ATS, again, 2 spots remain. Our final 2 ATS Apex Cup teams, the lowest seeded ATS Apex Cup teams coming into our tournament. For this last season, we didn't do this. It was just based on which teams were most available. This season, though, again, all these teams are available. They're all playing here, and again, this double elimination format. No easy way to get into this top 8 from the 8 teams from the ATS Apex Cup. Sorry, the ATS Ascent Tournament Series tournaments. This is a great place to do it, however. But just again, how good these teams are. You got Incorrect White, you got Hunter X Dawn playing here. Lose, they're not out of the running. They just go to the lower bracket. They win, however. And now they've set themselves up for 2 chances to make it. The other side of the bracket, Team Evil Bravado and Team Evil Money Clan are playing. They'll be playing Saturday. They will not be on this stream, but still a big match as well for both of those teams. Specifically, Evil Money Clan, who are still surprising a lot of people. Even with the fact that they originally should not have even made it to this tournament. As 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. Had to remove my little drive. My little external drive was accidentally plugged in. There we go. Again, it's been an incredible night for action as well, just in general on this stream. Had a lot of great action. Now we get to go right into this one. It's gonna be this is probably I think most people consider this the more exciting match of the 2, though. Incorrect White and Hunter X Dawn. Incorrect White, one of the teams that won out their group. They're one of the 2 teams that won out the group. The other one being Evil Bravado. That couldn't make it to the quarterfinals. Dawn had a very good run through the wild card. Their loss in the main event aimed Team Evil Velocity, who Admittedly, we're the second place team in this one for Incorrect White. Their loss came to Slitherwhips, who won out the whole tournament. So, I mean, both these teams have had pretty rough draws in their final bracket, but only one of them can actually stay in the upper bracket for this event. A very tough pull, in all honesty. But you gotta live with that in a bracket like this. Nice thing is, it is double elimination, so there's no loss if you lose this match. You're still running in this tournament. You just gotta run through the lower bracket, which itself, I mean, is very doable. It just means that they have to play 3 weeks at most. Which, again, there's gonna be 2 matches per week, except for final week, but there's only one. It's that lower finals matchup, that lower qualification matchup. So that's what we're kind of in here. Where a lot of these teams are gonna feel very similar to that wildcard stage. It's the exact same format, just less teams and less spots overall. Targeting Incorrect White, they're in the lobby. Waffle, Geo, and Mystic. Next, Dawn have though made their have made a roster move as well before this as well. And they added in Killziers into their roster. So again, making a change here is... Oh, Royalty Series Game of the Raid! Hey, Royalty Series, how's it going? My goodness, that's a huge raid. You guys should stick around for this upcoming matchup. I hope you guys are. I'm assuming it's Moldy who's raiding in. He usually is the one it raids in. It's either Moldy or it's Sleepless. Again, hopefully, I'm assuming it's Moldy. Yeah, it's Moldy. Well, again, hello everybody. Again, it is a fun best 5. Again, they added in Killziers here for next Dawn. You can get change after the end of the tournament. But the actual base of their roster has stayed the exact same. It's the same 4 players on their base. They have not removed anyone from their team. See how they do here. So hopefully we can get Dawn in the lobby. I know they're a little late at this point. Thank you for the follow as well, McLaughlin. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here with us. All in, yeah, I don't blame you, Waffle. It is your team after all. As we are waiting here on an update here from Dawn on what the situation is like. They should be joining in any minute. This is a best of 7 matchup. This is for the Champions Cup. This is part of the ATS play-ins for the Champions Cup. I should really say the full name. RLSS ATS Champions Cup 2, ATS Apex Cup play-ins. This is upper round 1. It's a double elimination format. There's 4 teams playing. Only 2 of them can make it into the Champions Cup. Part of the top 8 teams that will make it in total. So it's gonna be a long bracket. It's 3 weeks of action. Again, we're only just getting things underway. I mean, I know all of you are excited. Again, we are just waiting on them to join. Again, we're just waiting on them to join. They should be here any moment for what's going to be an incredible match here in the play-ins. It's, again, double elimination. The pressure is on, and it's on quite heavily here. You got to play pretty well to stay in the play-ins because you only have 2 lives, and you can't lose them both. There are a lot of people in chat watching. I know a lot of people in chat waiting. You guys got to get your predictions in. That prediction poll is going to close up very, very soon. Incorrect White versus 100x Dawn. I don't know if these two ever played each other in the regular season. I don't think they did. I want to say they didn't. 100x Dawn. We'll take a look real quick. I don't think they did. They didn't. They never played each other in the regular season. This Incorrect White team also made top 8 in the last Champions Cup. They'd like to be back here for this season. So again, they've been here before. Incorrect White. They've been in the Champions Cup. Now they got to fight for their spot. Made top 8 again this season. They're a top 8 merchant overall in all of the ATS on RLSS tournaments. They always seem to make top 8, but can't seem to elevate. Well, they've got, if they want to make top 8 again, or at least have a chance at it, gotta get wins here. Next on their first opponent. This is a huge match for both these teams. It's best of 7, and only one of them will see themselves in upper round 2. Next on want to be that team. Already off to a great start. Again, a much younger team, much newer team than Incorrect White, as they're playing with Sora, Kills, and AJW tonight. And I think one of the major things that Incorrect White is going to need to look at is how do they elevate. They've been a team that has struggled a lot recently in being able to make those adjustments. They have been doing well here, though. Waffle will be able to fake out AJW. Now set up Mystic to put it in. He was the last added player for Incorrect White, replacing Dakri, who was their team captain. And I think a lot of again, a lot of what Incorrect White's hoping for is that, you know, Mystic can kind of live up to that kind of hype, live up to playing like Dakri. So far, he hasn't really been able to do so. When you have players like Geo and Waffle surrounding you, Waffle used to be the sub for Incorrect White. The team that overall still feels like it's trying to find its true identity as a roster. It doesn't really have it all together. It's a great team, but it feels like it's not an excellent team. It's one that hasn't been able to elevate. But they did win their group, and they are winning right now. Waffle's going to make it 2-1. Again, they did win their group, though, in the Apex Cup. I think they did, but I do believe that the group they won was the weakest group in Apex Cup Season 2. But, obviously, they deserve to be in this point. I think they are a team that can definitely beat anybody in this bracket. Again, we have the likes of, like, Evo Bravado in this bracket who themselves had a shock exit in the quarterfinals. I think Incorrect White can beat them. I do think they're a team that overall just is missing the mark when it comes to being an excellent team. One of those top-tier teams that can push through the top 8. They're a really good roster. But it's just about if they can elevate. Which so far, they haven't really been able to. Again, it feels like it's an identity thing for Incorrect White, but in these play-ins, they definitely have the opportunity to utilize that kind of feel, as Sora, challenged by Mystic, will be 3 games to 1. Or 3 goals to 1, not 3 games to 1. And Incorrect White are in a much better position right now. But can they keep that consistent? Next on. Have only scored once, a very aggressive team. Overall, Incorrect White, definitely a team that's known for their consistency. It's one of those teams where if you're going to beat them, you just got to be better than them at almost anything. Such a well-rounded roster. It's really tough to break through, and it's one of the reasons why I say that even though they may not be an excellent team in my opinion, they have the makings of it. Because when you see them play like this, what is there not to like about Incorrect White's playstyle? They have the players that can do it. They have the roster that can be strong. It's just about if they can put it all together. That itself is a pretty tough thing to do, but Incorrect White trying to get up the field. Waffle, Geo, gets the fake on AJW. Incorrect still looking for multiple goals. The only team out of Incorrect Esports to be playing in the ATS Apex Cup from last season. As they're going to get a goal against them. Sora leading in the midfield, and it's a high-scoring start. I don't think there should be any surprises, though, with Dawn playing. This team is known for a really good offense, but also a really weak defense. But definitely is fitting that this game would see a lot of goals from both teams. But as I was saying, in Incorrect White, the only team out of Incorrect Esports to have played in the ATS, in the history of ATS's Apex Cups. Now, the only Incorrect team playing, though, is Incorrect Indigo and RLSS that very likely we might be seeing also in this bracket in the Champions Cup. Not find it too surprising, but if they were to be there, they're right now undefeated in Surge, as Dawn's got another one. This has been 7 goals only halfway through this game. As Kill's able to get the bump on Geo and allow Sora to just slot this one in. And Incorrect White's lead only at 1 goal now. That consistency that they have, it's definitely something that teams can overcome. Especially if you have a playstyle that works as Mystic. You're able to get that one snuck off of Sora. Waffle. That one missing just by the back post, but Yo staying on this one. Mystic unable to get to it in time. Kills ears. Geo sends it back, and Incorrect White back on offense with Mystic. AJW kills. Will be waiting in net, and Next Dawn just trying to stay close to this one. Kills. 58 with Mystic. Just waiting in that midfield. Incorrect. And they get close this way. Waffle's been dunked by Sora. And Incorrect White still on it. AJW just wide. In comes Kills, but he can't get a piece of it. And now an overcommit for Sora. It's 5-3. Incorrect White will score again. Heads up play from Geo. He never left there. And that's what makes this goal happen. Next Dawn, we're biting on he would leave. And not challenge. Never gave up on the play. Means that Incorrect White can turn things around, get a goal back. And, well, 2 goals up. Is this enough for Incorrect White? And it's a best of 7, so it's a long match, a long series. These teams have a lot to talk about. But it's Next Dawn who, and now just a little bit better here as UJ. That means that, again, they're only leading by 2 though. Next Dawn need to get upfield, but Incorrect holding them hostage. Again, with the Incorrect White's ability to keep pressure, their consistency is such that if you can't play better than them, you're gonna lose. If you do play better than them, you do win. But well, that sounds kind of stupid when I say it like that. That's how you play against Incorrect. They're a consistent team. It allows them to always be so competitive here as they're gonna take a 3-goal lead. Their offense has not missed a beat. With it only being game 1, Dawn have a lot to talk about here. It's up to them to be able to find their own grappling, but what I think is so interesting about this team is that addition in Kills. And he was added in quite recently. And he's playing tonight. He's not a very high-ranked player. Definitely someone who I've seen playing in the lower levels, but there's just a chance to really prove himself on a team that overall is pretty solid. Definitely fits his playstyle of how aggressive they want to play. It's going to take him a little while to get used to this team. This being, I think, his first ever competitive match in ATS on Next Dawn. It's not a great start here in Game 1. Incorrect White in full control. 6-3, a very strong scoreline for the Incorrect side. And the only team coming into this tournament from Incorrect, RX35 have a lot more teams that could be playing in this main event. I mean, they have Team Koki, who's already guaranteed their spot. Dawn themselves are the only team from the Apex Cup that could potentially get their spot now. They had 3 teams going into Apex Cup Season 2. Only one of them was able to make it to the wild card, that being Dawn. And while Dawn did make it through the upper bracket, get it into the top 6, a much tougher thing to do than winning the wild card. Wild card is has much weaker teams, it's a much tougher place to get into. Next Dawn, they're gonna have to do a lot here to get through their opponents, because, mind you, the other 2 teams here is Evo Bravado and Evo Money Clan. For Dawn, Incorrect White's a pretty scary team. If they don't beat this team, Bravado, most people are expecting to make it through the play-ins. But for Dawn, again, they're gonna have a tough time because a lot of people are not expecting them to make it through Incorrect White. They have to prove a lot here, going into Game 2, that they can beat this team, that they do deserve that spot. We'll move into game number 2. Incorrect White in a 1-0 lead in the series. The next on. We'll look to keep them back here as Gio on the dribble. Flip resetting. He won't be able to put it on. Gio himself, a player that was so good when this team first started. He was able to have so much room. Nowadays, though, the game is so much more close quarters. So much tougher to get that kind of space. Seeing him start to play a little bit more grounded, a lot more in your face. Very different play style from Gio. It's one that isn't nearly as flashy. He's not going to be nearly as recognizable because of it. But when the team changed, when the game plan changed, you got to change with it here. And Incorrect overall, a much more grounded, much more gritty team. Trying to keep that kind of feel in game two. A lot of what Don wants to do here, which again is they're just trying to keep them away from playing their own kind of gritty style. Don themselves love a ton of shots about preventing those opportunities, being able to hold them back, which is definitely doable. Incorrect White not really giving them many options here. Sora clears this one. It will bounce straight down for AJW. Oh, and he missed the net. Mystic will keep it away. 100x Don needed that chance. Was wide open. Now the other way. Jo and Incorrect White have the lead. Geofei with a long shot. Sora had to get boost. He will not catch up. And for 100x Don, and a lot of people have said that they do not have what it takes to beat Incorrect White. I think if you were to ask most people making predictions, they would have Incorrect White taking this one, although it is a very close match on paper. Incorrect White, their consistency, reigning supreme. No surprise we've seen this team do it when they played against Team Evil Fatal in the regular season as, oh my goodness, kills ears! That is incredible! Off the ceiling, off the ground, that is a perfect shot. And 100x Don, throwing it right back at Incorrect White. They're here to play. This game tied up now with that kind of goal from Kills. Again, I think a lot of questions have been spoken about Kills, how he'll fit into this roster, which is known to be so aggressive. Seems like he fits in a lot better than maybe people expected he would. Although last game was not great from Kills, he'll want a little bit better. That's a great pass though! AJW saved out by Mystic as he waited on the goal line. Nearly another great play. Kills making the assist to that play. Nearly had it work for him as well. 100x Don, not done. That net's wide open! And AJW will put in the finishing touch. He started this play as well. Raised the field, I think he was looking for some boost, but when he saw the ball fly right in front of him, he was in the perfect position just to force it in. 100x Don coming alive here in game two. The frenetic energy in favor of the only 135 team in the Apex Cup that can make it to the main event. Kills, looking for another one. Oh, and I thought Gio would have had that as well, but he didn't get it to it in time, and 100x Don, score number 3. It's a little bouncer as well. Oh, Gio didn't have any boost. Wonder that touch was going to be so tough for him. X Don leading by 2 goals. Incorrect now. It's a great play. It's the back wall. Waffle's going to have an open goal, and she'll put it in. Incorrect White have their second. This game is far from over. Incorrect White not giving up hope. You see if they can take this game away, which there's still half of the game left to go. While Dawn has been playing well, Incorrect White have been keeping up with them. It's just not the same kind of control they had last game where they were overpowering that 100x Dawn offense. I mean, I don't think it's going to stay that way for any of this game, as that's a great shot. My goodness, Sora. How on earth did he realize Incorrect White were not going to cover that one? I don't know if that was intentional. I think he wanted to hit this one high, but kind of missed the read. He got shot straight under Gio, though. Hey, and any way he gets a goal, he'll take it. Dawn once again up by 2. As Waffle saved by Sora. It's off the sidewall. Gio, oh, he doesn't get to this one. It's another goal for Dawn. 5-2 now. Gio Fei with the whiff. And next on, now it's their time to take over. Incorrect Light just don't seem comfortable anymore. I think they were expecting a lot of what Game 1 had to be repeated, but that's been anything but for Dawn. They've only gotten stronger. Incorrect White. Need to find something at the end of this game. Awful. Maybe this is his chance to search. AJW will be there to block. Sora beat by Gio. Waffle kept out by Kills. Next on, still just sitting back. Pressure mounting here. Incorrect White. Have chances. Waffle. She's whiffed. Oh, but it's gone straight for Mystic. And this game is somehow still not over. It is 8 goals. We're going to be here for a very long time, everybody. I hope you're all ready for that. It's going to be a long series. Incorrect White still somehow not out of this, even with 5 goals against them. As that's another one. Mystic's going to make it 4. Wait a second. Wait a second. Onyx Dawn had quite the lead. It's slipping through their fingers. And that is not good timing here. Now off the kickoff. Incorrect. Need one more. They have over a minute to do so. It's all on them to make it happen. But Sora, drop down. Saved away by Gio. Less than a minute to go. Kills. Gets around Gio. Waffle. Up a bit slowly there, but without the touch from AJW, it's actually going to work for Underdeck's Dawn. AJW with his second. And it's the 6th goal for Dawn. The 10th for this game. 49 seconds left. Underdeck's Dawn. I would usually say that a team would be securing it if they're up by 2 at this point, but with how many goals we've been seeing, I can't say that. Oh, but incorrect. Not a great start off the kickoff. They're going to have to retreat. Mystic. Not a very good dribble. It's only going to go as far as Kills. AJW. Come on out by Gio. Waffle. Missed her touch, and Mystic all alone here now. He's got to find a way out. Gio. Just going to boom this one long. We'll rotate back for boost. And it's another one. Saved by Gio. Sora. We'll lock it in. Our next on, we'll take game 2. Scoreline being 7-4. Again, we are in here for a long match, my friends. I hope you're all strapped in and ready. 11 goals this game. How many goals did we have last game? Didn't we have like about the same amount as well last game? I know we've increased the number of goals we've had from last game to this one, but wasn't last game pretty similar as well? Oh, it's gonna be number 12. Dawn's gonna have another from Sora. And we had a ton of goals last game. We had a ton of goals this game. There is no shortage of scoring opportunities here. And with all the goals we've seen, this is probably not going to slow down at all. As Mystic, why not another one off the kickoff? Why not at this point? We've already had 13 goals this game. They'll just keep adding more, I guess. 13 now between both these teams, and still 6 seconds left. Man, it's only up around 1. These teams need to win twice to make it to the main event. At top 16. Incorrect. Still looking for one more. Hunter Dawn want to have one themselves as well. They're not ready to give up this ball. But they will have to, though. Kills. Hits it to the ground. Dawn will take game 2 and tie the series up. And, well, we still have a long, long match. Well, that's only game 2. We're going to be here for a long time, because this is a close match. It could go to distance, and we're going to have a ton of goals throughout. Get ready for some great back-and-forth action. Minor, this is not even for that Champions Cup match. It's only they get a chance to play in the Champions Cup. Only 2 of the 4 teams in this bracket will make it. It's a very long road, but if you do make it, now you're in the top 16, now you're competing for that prize pool. But we go into game number 3. And for Incorrect White, they're taking a lot of time here in between these games. I don't think that should be at all surprise. Hunter Steiner scoring 8 goals against you. I might want to take some time to talk things out. Well, we go into game number 3. And in most matches, this would be like a best of 5. And this would be for match point. Not at this point. This is just for the advantage. And with how many goals we've already seen, we've been steadily increasing. Again, I think first game was 7 goals. I think the second one... Actually, the first game might have been 10 goals. Because it was... Scoreline in the first game was what, 7-4, right? Or something like that? What was it? We had like 10 goals the first game, now we had 13 the second one. Why not go up to like 15 goals this time? As who's on the other side of the bracket? It is Team Evo Bravado and Team Evo Money Clan. They're the other upper round 1 matchup. That's all 4 teams playing this bracket. Only 2 of them will see their spot in the Champions Cup. As the Onyx Dawn off to a great start. Sora smashed in. It just flies up so quickly. Gio. It almost looked like Gio didn't actually see him coming in. And if you don't see them attacking, not much you can do to defend them once they do. Incorrect White need to pull themselves together. It's going to be a tough road, but once Dawn get themselves going, their offense is one that feeds off that energy. Definitely a team that plays well when they have confidence. Incorrect White need to find a way to shut them down. That's a great way to do it! Oh, what a beautiful shot from Mystic. And we're back in for another high-scoring affair. Waffle off the back wall. Mystic with the slot. We're tied up. And we still have more goals to come by, I'm sure. A lot more goals as well. Mystic off the kickoff. Devil tap! Mystic! Unbelievable strike! Right by Kills. Right by the net. And Onyx Dawn, speechless. It's Incorrect White will take the lead. Incorrect White will need an answer. Some form of an answer. Waffle. Midfield Kills. Gets by Gio. Mystic now. Off that side wall, Sora. Bumped away by Mystic. Waffle. Incorrect White holding down, but can they keep it going? Kills. Unable to get that second shot. And it's 100x Dawn who are staying close. I think my voice is starting to give out a little bit on me here, guys. I'm coughing a lot. Hopefully my voice can hold on for a little bit here. Oh man, I think I actually am starting to lose my voice a little bit. I think you guys can hear it as well here. Is Incorrect White looking for a little bit more, but they can't get there. Gills will tie it at 2. 100x Dawn right back in it. Just see what Sora's doing here. He's playing Enforcer, getting in the face of Incorrect White. He's taking what they're looking at and making sure their eyes are on him, because if they can't avoid his bumps, then there's not much they can do to stop the shots. Next on, trying to play things well here. Still with that aggression here is Sora. Mystic trying to send it back. Kills. Challenged by Waffle. That's a great challenge too. Incorrect. Up for it, but not able to score is Gio. And now it's Dawn the other way. First touch from Sora, not very well made. AJW will help him out. Kills. Adds one over Waffle. Gio. Low boost, but enough time to get this ball out. But still unable to do so. Waffle. It's AJ, Mystic, and Incorrect White. Still unable to get there. Stan just staying close, staying competitive. Waffle again. Incorrect white. Can they find their chance? Dawn's got 2 players going for this. Did leave that bottom part of the net very open. As Incorrect white didn't have someone waiting there for it. Said they're going to be sent to defense and they're going to try all over again. Waffle still trying to lead her team after, having stepped up in that captain's role. She's really taken over this team in so many different ways. She's really been that player to work out at times for Incorrect because overall, a lot of times, this team relies on her to be that midfield rock. It's definitely kind of the playstyle that she's always been kind of going for. It hasn't really changed since her start on Incorrect White. Now, and that position itself also helps to be a captain. But can they find that space? That's a great shot! Mystic just high. Waffle walking in. AJW will get there first. Incorrect White not nearly scoring as many as they maybe wanted to. This game a lot less high scoring. That's still saying something with the fact that we're guaranteed at least 5 goals. It's Incorrect trying to stay up close. Another demo. Looking to remove those unextended players. They may have done enough. Kills will be there. Mystic looking midfield. Waffle cutting across, but no shot on the end of that play. Sora was waiting. Next on. Won't they get their chance? This is it. In failed 1-2-1. Waffle, what a block. And Incorrect White going back the other way, but unable to get past Kills. Next on still on it. Waffle calling off Geo. Now she'll meet Kills. Sora. What I think is so interesting about this match is the fact that these teams have not played against each other at all during ATS Season 2. It's quite literally the first time these 2 teams have met each other. And it's an incredible match so far as this ball will hit the ground. We have overtime here in game number 3. Take the advantage, to take the lead in this series. It was Incorrect White who took game 1. It is anybody's game for game 3, but Incorrect White will take it. Nobody back for Dawn, and Geofei will take it in OT. It was Sora with a very light first touch, without anybody behind him. It was the wrong play at the wrong time. That will give Incorrect White the lead again in this series. Now the question that we haven't asked before, but we probably should have, can they build on it? So far, they really haven't been able to do so. But this goes to game number 5. We're going to be in here for quite a good match, I believe. It's already been ecstatic. Now, can they keep this going? Well, Incorrect White. In OT, it's going to be a much less scoring game. Much more defense and control based. So many things that you can't control in Rocket League, but most things you can. And for any series like this, both these teams have the ability to control it. They've definitely shown it already. It's just about being able to do that consistently, do it over and over. That is not so easy to do for either side, but so far it's Incorrect White who have done a little bit better. Their playstyle definitely relies on being able to control the field a lot more. It definitely allows them to do that too. Dawn's so much more frenetic, so much more chaotic, a bit more difficult for them. That's not to say that Dawn's out of this one. Again, this game only lost by a single goal in overtime, so anything can happen. Dawn have played very good this series already. It's about if they can play good enough. Incorrect White showing them the consistency that this team has. This team, Incorrect, is very consistent. Gotta be able to beat that consistency, and it's no easy thing to do. Again, they did win their group, even though I think it was one of the weaker groups in the regular season. They did win out their group. So they definitely have that ability. And have definitely proven that ability to be consistent. But it's about being consistent over and over again, about doing this multiple times. Mystic, 15 with AJW, Geo. Now looking for a self-pass, it's Waffle. Bump on Kills. Waffle still on it. That one in front for Mystic. AJW will be up first. Kills again. Waffle. Gio. Oh, he doesn't get to this one, and Hunter X Dawn should have this ball for a while. Kills. Sora, Mystic, charging in. And Incorrect White love these early challenges. Gio's gonna have his chance, and he'll slide it by. Kills. AJW, I don't know what he was looking for. I think he was trying to look for Sora, but that pass in the middle of Incorrect White defense. Gonna be a giveaway that they'll take. Incorrect White with the early lead. Waffle, another outplay here. Hunter X Dawn with nobody backfield, but Sora recovering along with AJW. Now Kills by himself, trying to flick this one to the goal. Waffle won't give him it. Incorrect backup field. Gio, a little redirect. That one easily held onto by Sora. Gio, midfield, missed by Kills. Waffle's gonna take it. It's another for Incorrect. Hunter X Dawn facing the pressure, facing the possibility that they may be sent to the lower bracket. Incorrect White set themselves up very well here. As Gio with number 3, right off the kickoff, Incorrect score another one. And Hunter X Dawn a bit dumbfounded. I don't think they can exactly believe that Incorrect have a 3-goal lead against them. Oh, it's Mystic. Oh, in fact, they won't be able to believe it. It's now 4 goals. It's getting even worse for Dawn. With how close last game was, this is a real shock to me that Dawn's not able to find goals themselves. It's Incorrect again, keeping that consistency. It's Dawn who's losing it. An Incorrect White setting themselves up well. Waffle wants number 5, saved by AJW. And for Dawn, if there's any time to get goals, it would be now. They really can't waste all that much time. Gotta score, they've gotta do it soon. If they want any hope to scaring off Incorrect White. This game so far has been Incorrect White bring us that consistent level they have on offense. As Gio again. Those will be on the end of this. Hunter X Dawn challenging in his Kills. Mystic midfield. Veered out by Sora. Now AJW playing Enforcer. Sora past 1. Not able to get past 2. Kills will get back, but without any boost, Mystic will beat him to the ball. Hunter X Dawn have to jump for this. Gio left midfield. Waffle unable to sneak it over Sora. Hunter X35 and go the other way as AJW off the corner, cleared out by Waffle. Sora, Mystic with a huge touch. Incorrect White staying on top of this. It's 100x Dawn. Just trying to find something, picking up that pace, trying to pick up that pressure. Still Incorrect White have them beat though. Is there any way for Dawn to break that Incorrect White defense? Maybe they gotta bring in some demos. Incorrect White have done a lot of that already. Maybe it's something that Dawn has to bring too. We've seen them go for those kind of plays, but not all that often. Something that Dawn themselves aren't really ones to do too much. Even though they're a really heavy offense type team, they don't go for a lot of demos. I guess a team like Incorrect White who are playing such a good defense, I think you gotta start relying on those at some point. Because ultimately, this Incorrect White defense still is very, very good. You aren't demoing, you're leaving yourself in a much tougher position, having to beat all 3 of them more organically. Not to say it's not doable, because Sora really did it there, but they'll get on the end of it. Kills now, looking for the bump on Mystic. Hunter X Dawn still not connecting, as Sora living for AJW! That completely fooled Incorrect White. It was a cold fake from Sora. And look at how many players you got to bite on this. Gio jumping into the middle of the net. He thought that that's exactly where the shot was going. He was ready for it. But what he wasn't ready was for that fake, for the shot to come above him. And now he's stuck floundering. Hunter X Dawn will finally score in Game 4. I think it's come a bit too late for their own liking. Incorrect White still looking quite comfortable as Geo. Get back by kills, and Incorrect White at this point really just relying on that defense a little bit more now. They don't mind that extra pressure, because that means that they're going to be ready for anything that Hunter X Dawn throw at them. And right now they definitely are ready. Incorrect White looking very, very strong, and this is what made this team so scary in the regular season. It was an unfortunate position to be pulled. A match against Slitherous V2, who won the whole thing, but kind of position they're in, that's why they're still here, playing the way they are. But Hunter X Dawn, not done just yet. You can't count them out. And as time continues to tick away, and Incorrect White keep themselves ahead. Hunter X Dawn need to get a feel, but they will not be able to do so in Game 4. And although they looked like they were trying to mount a comeback, it came far too late. Incorrect White are on match point in a series that could send them to the upper bracket round 2. The chance to make it the Champions Cup main event. And that means Incorrect White, one game away. You go to game number 5. Incorrect White in this series. Oh, with how they've been playing, I don't think they're going to be complaining. Their defense looked very good, even only with one save. They just had such a good challenge game, it felt like, even with Dawn trying to pressure them. And that's how you stop Dawn. They want to take tons of shots. You limit what they can do on offense when it comes to shooting. You limit them entirely. They only had 3 shots this game. Should be a pretty big statement for Incorrect White. They only gave 3 shots to this team. Again, Hunter X Dawn just don't shoot a lot. Sorry, they do shoot a lot, but they didn't shoot a lot here. Incorrect White won't let them shoot a lot. If Dawn, they gotta start realizing that they aren't going to shoot a lot. They've just gotta find those chances and take them. Now they're at match point against them. Incorrect White looking on the cusp of moving on to upper round 2. Even with the Apex Cup over, these Apex Cup teams fighting for even more. Hunter X Dawn turn things around, or does Incorrect White prove that their consistency is going to reign supreme tonight? Reminder, the winner of this match plays the winner of Team Evo Bravado and Team Evo Money Clan. That match on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Will not be on this stream, however. But if you guys want to stream it, I know there's a couple casters in this chat that like to watch. If you want to stream it, it is open for you guys to take. Yeah, so long as you're in the ATS verified casters selection. Now that's a great start for Dawn, though. Off the kickoff, AJW with a little tap-in finisher. But it really all starts with kills there. Completely fooling Waffle. With AJW falling right behind him, he was ready for that play, but a lot of plays made by Kills, who just is willing to make that shot very easy for him. Next on, up by 1 early in Game 5, but here comes Incorrect when I bounce back off the kickoff. It is Geofei, and it is 1-1. As the kickoff from Waffle really played perfectly right into Geo. There's not much better than that off a kickoff. Yeah, that Evo Bravado Evo Money Clan match will be interesting. It's one of the best teams in our regular season in Evo Bravado, who went out very early in a shocking loss. Evo Money Clan, who themselves were not even supposed to make the top 8. So a pretty big underdog story for Evo Money Clan still in this bracket, but they've been underdogs for so long, they still can take this. That's the scary part. Incorrect White just trying to stay up close. JW, being it for kills. The reset, not able to get much on this one, is Mystic able to clear it past AJW. Geo, leaving it for Waffle. That one to the back wall. Waffle's been bounced out of the way. Mystic. Geo still on this one. Sora unable to get that touch. But next on, still playing close is Geo. We'll get that one by AJW. Now he'll go again. Incorrect White. Find that lead that can get them to that upper bracket qualification matchup. We're so close and yet they're still so far. Is Gio gonna try again? He'll get back to the save. Gio trying to run around this Onyx Dawn team, but as I said, Freeze itself has been so much more suffocating nowadays that his playstyle, one that likes to run around, isn't really gonna find that much success. In fact, he's so close here. Mystic will have to get the block. Incorrect White still unable to break out. This should be a play for Gio to work with. So he'll go up the corner. Unable to reach. Kills will clear it back. Mystic. Great first touch. Now another one. Flip reset. Leaving it for Waffle. I don't even think he had the flip. All that usable with how far he was from the ball, but he'll try again. It's an infield pass. Waffle blocked by AJW. Next Dawn. We'll see this one away, but not for long. Gio already back in. X35 Esports, again, the only team left in that can compete and play in the Champions Cup for them. Out of ATS. Just trying to fight to stay in that upper bracket, to stay in this match against Incorrect. Gio. AJW will keep it away. Incorrect White still on this one, however. Waffle. Or will be there as now it's Gio. Kills. 50'd with Mystic. Incorrect. Trying to get on the end of this one as Sora. Waffle. That one, just a little bit of a deflection. Next Dawn. Just trying to find something. It's a very close match. We've gone to overtime already. Once this series, it was Incorrect's overtime to win in Game 3. We may see it again, but Incorrect not looking for it. They're still playing to win this one here in regulation. Mystic, flip reset. Great usage because it's going to Waffle, but she's been bumped out of the way. They'll have to try a different way as Gio. That one just wide. It's Killsu is having a lot of issues here. And it's Mystic who will take advantage. And a lot of questions for Kills' role in this team. He's had some inconsistencies. That's going to be one he wants back. It's an open shot for Mystic. And from that vein, she's not missing. Incorrect White. Now leading by 1. Next Dawn, need a response. Kills. And for Dawn, the playstyle is definitely one of the ones that benefits them. Having to come back late, they already play so aggressively. Definitely not against playing even more that way. So, one of the benefits about their playstyle is that they play aggressive. They can always up it as they will there. Sora pushed in a little high, but it will work out for Dawn. That's all they're looking for, just those shots, those chances. Sora will take it. And it is 100x Dawn. Once again, tie it up. Incorrect White. Find one more to take the series, or does Dawn lengthen it by another game? Reminder, at this point, Incorrect White, they only need to win one game. They have 3 chances to do so. They may not need to use all 3 as Gio nearly got to that one. AJW will clear. It's Mystic. We'll wait under this. Still Mystic. Kills. Kept out wide. AJW. Waffle. Unable to get the clear. It's wide open for Sora. 12 seconds remain. And it's a mistake from Waffle. She's been so consistent tonight. But that's a big whiff. And it's an open net for Sora. 100x Dawn in prime position to go to Game 6. What a Game 5 ender it may be here. And Incorrect White gets something back. They've got to get something. They will miss that one, but he'll Waffle with it. Straight to kills, though, and he'll end it. 4-2. Dawn are taking this series to Neo Tokyo. It was a meltdown at the end of this game from Waffle. It's a meltdown for Incorrect White. And 100x Dawn, there's a very real possibility they can come back from this deficit. Already starting off quite well. That just means we're going to Game 6. This series will continue. That means Neo Tokyo as well. This series could go for a very long amount of time. I think we're all ready for that. Just waiting on these teams. Incorrect White again, taking time. Lock things out. They usually do pretty well when they do this, though. Even without a coach, Incorrect White team has a very strong mentality. But you gotta be able to keep up that kind of mentality, which is no easy feat. And for Incorrect White, taking that whole minute. As always, a second, we're getting a call. We might actually have a tech issue here. Yeah, we are getting a call. Yeah, Hunter X Dawn calling. They have a tech issue here. They need a little time to sort things out. Yeah, and I don't know. Again, it's a pretty long bracket. It's one of the weird things about this bracket, though, is that well, again, that these tech issues do happen. But again, it's weird because it is such a small bracket. Again, we're gonna see there seems to be a tech issue for Hunter X Dawn. Again, they have a tech issue here. We'll give them time to sort that out. But while we do, again, well, so much for being so supportive of this stream, for supporting Rocket League Splash Series, the Ascend Tournament Series. Of course, now the ATS RLSS. Sorry, the RLSS ATS Champions Cup. It's the second ever iteration. Last time we did this, and the next team not found was able to take the win. Well, they're not playing again. They're not playing again this season. They're in the Tsunami Cup, so they're a bit too high ranked for this tournament. But of course, we'll get to see how they feel here. It'll be a great match here. We're gonna have a new winner this time around, most likely. Again, we're gonna see what's happening here. Dawn again having a tech issue. Again, we'll give him a little bit of time for this, obviously. Tech issues do happen. But it sounds like we have our confirmation. We're back in this one. Oh, they're already readying up. These teams are not wasting any time to go to Game 6. Gonna pause on that. Had to message these teams. Sounds like we just had a controller issue. Fortunately, it is fixed. We're in Game 6. And our best of 7 will continue onward. Incorrect White, again, reminder, only one win away from guaranteeing that spot in upper round 2 in the qualification stage. Whoever loses this one is not out of the tournament. Reminder, there is a lower bracket, but you don't really want to be there. But unfortunately, one of these two good teams will be forced to play there. Let's see which one it is here. Is Waffle trying to get things underway. Sora will be there to block Hunter X Dawn with some early defense. Geo back in by Kills. Geo already racing back. Hunter X Dawn have a lot of open space. Incorrect White not really there as Kills going after a couple people. A long clear for Incorrect. Hunter X Dawn will stay with it, but again, still Incorrect. Utilizing a lot of those demos, which it should come as no surprise with how they've been playing tonight. Going for a lot of them all series long. They haven't all connected though, as that's a great chance for Kills, but through the smoke, I couldn't really see it, but I think Geo had a piece of it. That means incorrect. Fighting forward. Again, these games have gotten progressively lower and lower in the scoring. Means that every goal matters that much more. AJW, veered back in by Mystic. Incorrect. Holding offense for the entirety of this game so far. Gio's gonna make it worthwhile. Waffle missed. Oh, it's gonna be kept off the line by Kills. Incorrect White. I don't know if they realized it was gonna bounce off the crossbar, but when they did, it was far too late to recover. And now they gotta go again, off the back wall. Sora will keep Waffle away from the follow-up. Now in the midfield is Kills. Gio will take it out. Incorrect White. Playing upfield. Mystic. Kills won't get there. Neither will Sora. Waffle. High tapper. Gio unable to get dunk on AJW. Incorrect still holding on to this, but it feels like they are missing that final shot, that final piece of the puzzle to breaking through 100x Dawn. Got the pressure, they've got the offense. Can they get the shots too? Waffle will! It's a great strike from her. The incorrect White captain halfway into game 6. Putting them one step closer to ending the series and getting their win. At the same time, putting 100x Dawn one step away from going to game 7. Kills. Step reset. Almost could use it there as well. Just ran out of boost at the very end of that play. 100x Dawn unable to get upfield. A lot of these heavy clears from Incorrect White playing exactly against 100x Dawn's playstyle. A team that wants to play ghost, that wants to get a ton of shots, clearing the ball away. Simply put, you're just going to leave them without those shooting opportunities. They've got to reset from all over again as Kills that touch from the wrong way. Gio's going to be on this one, and Incorrect White will make sure the offense sticks. That bounce. Rules Kills here. Gio. 100x Dawn staying up top as Waffle. Kills. Mystic already up. Sora's up a little bit faster, however. And 100x Dawn back on offense. Infield pass. Two demos ringing out here. Multiple players getting removed from the field. And Incorrect White with space, but Gio trying to go for quite a spectacular shot. He'll come up short. Incorrect White holding this lead. Maybe all they need to win this game. Only one solitary goal for the match leaders. 100x Dawn, can they get their answer? They have a minute left to do so. Time's running out here in this upper round 1 matchup. 100x Dawn, can they prolong it a little bit more? AJW, Gio playing well on that 50, and adds nobody back. It's 2-0, Kills. Played it very poorly, and Mystic will be ready there right in front of him. Almost looked like Kills wanted to get the challenge there, but that far back, he has no option to do that. It's a huge mistake, and it may have just cost his team game 6. So they gotta fight forward. Kills. Gonna gotta restart that offense, but Waffle able to get that clear. Mystic, though, will need a little bit more help, and that's because Dawn still up. As Incorrect White sitting back. Sora could not get that one exactly through, but look at the control that 100x Dawn have. You just gotta find ways to score, though. Kills. Unable to get the shot. AJW will help him out. 10 seconds and counting. Gio's whiffed. AJW! 9 seconds to go. Dawn are anything but out of this match. And with that ceiling shot from AJW, maybe, just maybe, 100x Dawn have an answer. They'll need one more chance to do it. And it's a good kickoff too. AJW sent back in by Waffle. Time will run out, and an Incorrect White will take the series and will stay in the upper bracket. They'll play the winner of Team Evo Bravado and Team Evo Money Clan next week. Incorrect White are one step closer. In a great position to be successful in this final bracket. I mean, this is a very tough match, so the fact that they were able to take this one should speak wonders to how this team is feeling. But for us here, what a night it has been. 4-2. Incorrect White will take the series. Their run in the their run in that bracket will continue here as we take a look at the bracket itself. Again, that's the only match that's actually gone on so far. Incorrect White, they'll have Boiled into the upper bracket, Hunter X Dawn waiting in the lowers. As joining us here to talk about this win and the future of these play-ins is Waffle. Welcome in, Waffle. A huge series win, 4-2. We've taken down Hunter X Dawn. It's the first time you ever met this team at all, even in ATS. So a great win here, and now you're only one step closer to making it to the Champions Cup for the second straight time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We had a strong series. Yeah.
I mean, as you said, again, it's been a strong series. Just gotta, you've had to work your way up. Last time though, you were in this Champions Cup, I believe you were you were the sub for this team. Now you're the captain. Things change quickly in a short amount of time on Incorrect White. Moving up to captain's been an interesting role for you for the last ATS Apex Cup season, but what's it been like kind of leading this Incorrect White team when not long before that you were the sub?
It's not really leading so much as I was the one to take the role to do scheduling and stuff. I'm just the one who is the most likely to go do schedule stuff. I was the sub, so I was in the Incorrect White, I was in the team environment for long enough. Mystic, he could do it, but he just hasn't been there as long as I have, and Gio just didn't want to do it. So I'm the scheduler. We all have as much say in the team as each other. I'm not captain so much as I'm just the one who does the captain duties.
So what you're saying is Gio decided to push all the work and responsibility onto you. I see. I feel
it happens.
I feel that. I've had to do that before on teams, but even then, again, you still play well. 4-2. I'm sure you're not gonna be feeling very happy about your Apex Cup run, with the fact that your first quarterfinal matchup was against a team that eventually won the whole thing. I know for a lot of teams that's a good feeling, but you are now forced to play in the play-ins, whereas if you played against a lot of these other teams, maybe you would have had a better chance to win. Do you think a lot about that quarterfinals matchup, the what ifs? What if you played it against another team, or do you not really think about that anymore? The fact that you had to play the team that eventually won the whole tournament.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing so many matches that you have to move on. If you're dwelling on that match, you're just going to fall behind. You got to just move on. Use it as your motivation to push forward. It's unfortunate we drew the eventual winners. It happens. SSG didn't make the first LAN this RLCS because they drew Genji every single regional. It happens. It's like that sometimes. You take it and you move on. SSG is now at Worlds. You just push forward.
Well, I guess
that's what you gotta do.
I guess Incorrect White's going to Worlds too then. Here. But again, you guys have been playing well.
So,
I guess our version of Worlds will be the Champions Cup. So I see the little connection there, but even then, we still got to talk about this series itself. With 4-2, with an incredible performance overall, you're now one step closer, but your run's still not easy. You still have to win one more time. And even Bravado and Evil Money Clan are a pretty tough matchup as well. Overall, I mean, out of with that other match coming in, I'm not gonna ask you. I know a lot of people want to ask what team would you rather play against. I don't think that's really gonna be the question I'm asking you. It's what is your when you see that match? I'm sure because you've seen that bracket already and know that those are the other two teams here. When you see that match, what do you think overall? Not about who you might be playing, but what do you think overall, just about the match itself in general, and how tough this bracket is, because it's quite cutthroat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't looked at the other teams. I don't think about the league as a whole, and I'm not really thinking about, oh, this team is playing well right now and this team is playing bad right now. I look at my matches one by one, and I see we had to play 100x Dawn, so I was only focusing on 100x Dawn, and I think that my team is also doing that. We're not thinking about who's on the other side of the bracket, who we have to play next. We're taking this one game at a time, and we're just playing the game. That's what we're here for.
Love to hear it as well. This Incorrect side. Right, so I think the last thing I should ask you is, in the very likely chance you do make it into that Champions Cup, I'm not going to curse anything. because you haven't guaranteed your spot yet. But
Thank you. Thank you.
very likely
I
chance
have wood here to knock on.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna curse you. I know that that does happen, but in the likely chance you do make it in there, because at this point you're in a very good position to make it. Your team has been known to make top 8 a lot.
Yeah.
The last time you made top 4, I think, was ATS Apex Cup Season 1. Is this gonna be the first time you finally are able to break that top 8 curse?
I guess. I mean, I'm hoping so. Like, we're a solid roster. I mean, that type of stuff is all in your head. You play the match. And if you lose, you lose. We get top 8 again, we get top 8 again. I'm not thinking about it, because if you think about it, you're going to get in your head and you're going to lose anyways. If you think of it as a curse, you're just going to curse yourself. That's what makes curses curses. If you don't think about it, if you don't let it exist, it doesn't exist. It's on your head.
I love this. It's a very mental game here from Waffle. No surprise, I think, for Incorrect White being a team that's stuck around for so long. It's a 4-2 series win. You're one step closer to making that top 16 at the very least. You're only one win away from doing so. You've taken down Dawn. They're in the lower bracket, but their run's not over either. But for you, Waffle and Incorrect White, congratulations on your wins and it was great to have you on stream again. It's been a little while, but always enjoyable nonetheless to have such a great matchup. Before you go and enjoy the rest of your night and, probably watch the other match on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Is there any last things you want to say? Any last words? Any shoutouts?
I mean, just shout out my team. Like, they're here for me. We're all playing. Like, we're all here. We're all playing. We're all scrimming. We're all putting in the effort. Shouts to them for sticking around. Like, this might be the longest this roster has stayed with a 3, like, since it's started.
That's
like, we've been together since May. Like, that's almost, what, 2 whole months now?
Oh yeah, it's definitely not something that happens a lot, but you're able to take the win here over 100x Dawn. Congratulations on your win, Waffle and Incorrect White. Have an amazing rest of the night and good luck in the rest of this bracket.
Thank you, thank you.
That was Waffle of Incorrect White joining us there, a 4-2 series victory, taking down 100x Dawn. A great performance, a big win as well. I'm sure that team is very, very happy. They should be. Simply put, played exceedingly well. But that's it for us tonight with that match. Thank you all so much for joining. Who's live right now that we can raid? We could go raid this. We'll go raid here. Thank you all so much for joining the Spotty stream. It means a lot that all of you are here and so supportive. But for now, take care. Be well. We'll be live again with more action tomorrow evening. But have a great night, everybody.